Hey, what's up, people? Piz out here, and continuing a tradition that I started back in, I think, 2013. I'm going to take a walk down memory lane and talk about all the movies that I saw in the theaters in 2015. I've saved all the stubs here in my Pirates of the Caribbean mug, and I'm just going to pull every ticket out and just talk about the movie and what I remember of it and whether it was good or bad or indifferent. So, anyway, this is 2015 at the movies. And let's go ahead and pull one out on the very top. Had to kind of make a movie ticket here because I ordered tickets for Star Wars The Force Awakens off of Fandango, and they don't really give you a ticket. They just give you just print out a sheet of paper that's got a barcode on it, and you take it to the theater, and they scan it, and there you go. So I created a ticket for the two times that I went and saw Star Wars The Force Awakens. I recently did a review of it. Go check that review out for more in-depth discussion on the film, spoiler-free. So if you haven't seen The Force Awakens yet, if you're one of the few people left that haven't seen Star Wars The Force Awakens, and you don't want anything spoiled for you, it's a spoiler-free zone over in that review, so go check it out. Definitely Star Wars The Force Awakens. Spoiler alert. It was one of my favorite movies of 2015. It's the only movie that I saw twice in the theater during 2015. So that should tell you something. Really like the movie. Go over, check out that review. And yeah. All right, moving on. See what else we got. We're just pulling them out random now. Pulling them out random. And, quite possibly, it's one of, if not my favorite films of 2015. This is the ticket stub for It Follows. This was purchased this was a 4:15 matinee on Monday, April 6th. Love this film. Love this film. Loved this film. I loved It Follows. Like I said, it's either one or two in my favorite movies of 2015. Yeah, it's either top one or two, to be perfectly honest. My favorite movies of 2015. A horror film that was challenging, I think, on every level. A thinking person's horror film. Loved it visually. Loved the music in the film. I loved everything about it. I loved how they left certain things open to the viewer's interpretation. They didn't spell everything out for you in crayon. I absolutely loved It Follows. One of my favorite films of 2015, and it's very fitting that this is the second one that I just randomly pulled out of the old mug. Yeah, loved that movie. What's next? Oh, Crimson Peak. This was a 4:05 matinee on October 25th. Did a review of Crimson Peak. Technically, just kind of a flawless movie. The movie looked phenomenal. The cinematography, the set design, the acting was great. Just the story, for me, it just wasn't all there. It wasn't as captivating as I really wanted it to be. I do love Guillermo del Toro. He is, just kind of, his films seem to be, every film he does that comes out theatrically, it just kind of seems to be overlooked, and I think Crimson Peak was no exception to that. But, wasn't a huge fan of it. Like I said, technically flawless, just didn't have enough for me there from a story standpoint to really care too much about it. But, yeah, Crimson Peak. What else have we got? Unfriended. This was a 2:15 matinee. As you're going to see, a lot of these are matinees because I like to kind of sneak into a movie theater, avoid the crowds, try to avoid the people who make the movie-going experience not so sought after for me. And most of the time I can do that with a matinee, but sometimes it doesn't happen. But Unfriended, saw this Saturday, April 25th, 2:15 p.m. I liked Unfriended. I liked it. I did a review of it. I was pleasantly surprised by it. It was a new sort of spin on kind of the found footage thing. And I really enjoyed it. I thought they pulled it off really well. I was pleasantly surprised with Unfriended, and yeah, I liked it quite a bit, as a matter of fact. What do we got here? Ooh. Another one. This is either number 1 or number 2 at the top of my list of favorite movies of 2015. This is Mad Max Fury Road. This, a Monday, 12:05 p.m. early bird special. Doesn't say what day. I think they tore it off. Looks like May something, May 20 something. That part got tore off. But Mad Max Fury Road. Did a review of this movie as well. Absolutely loved this film. George Miller proves he still got it, and he proves that the people today who are making action films don't got it. That's the best I think I can put it. George Miller proves he still got it, and that people working today making action films, they don't got it. They just don't got it. Mad Max Fury Road. Loved this movie, every second of it. Great flick. The Gallows. This one, July 14th, 2 p.m. Another matinee. The Gallows. I did a review of it, which it wasn't a positive review of the movie, but somebody commented in the comment section saying you're getting really soft in your old age because I wasn't as harsh on this movie as I should have been. It's not a good movie. It was not a good horror movie. It was made for like $25. Which is, part of the reason why it was released. It was made so cheaply, and I'm sure it made a lot of money. And I found footage. I don't remember a whole lot about it at this point. I do remember the ending of it was abysmal, and whatever I thought was good or even halfway decent about the film up to that point, the ending just totally erased all that. Horrible ending. Just not a great movie. Sinister II. Talk about another not so good horror movie. Saw this August 26th at 4 p.m. Did a review of it. I don't remember a daggone thing about it at this point, other than the fact that Shannon Sossamon was in it, and I liked Shannon Sossamon. I thought the guy who played the cop in the original film, the friend to Ethan Hawke's character, he's back. He's sort of the lead in this film. I thought he wasn't bad as well, but other than that, Sinister II was just not a very good horror movie. I do have flashes of just like Bagul being everywhere, just popping up everywhere. So whatever, the coolness that was behind him in the first film, because he was shown so little, it really melts away because you just see him so much in this film. Oh, and I also remember CGI rats that did not look very good. Yeah. Moving on. Insidious Chapter 3. This was June 8th at 4:15 p.m. I did a review of this movie. I thought it was pretty mediocre. I honestly, at this point, don't remember hardly anything about it. I think I remember more about Sinister 2 than Insidious Chapter 3, but I actually thought Insidious Chapter 3 was a better movie. But, just forgettable, kind of like Insidious, the sequel. Pretty forgettable for me. I love the original Insidious. The sequels have just been forgettable. And Insidious Chapter 3 I thought was forgettable, and it is forgettable because I have forgotten pretty much all of it. Lin Shaye was back. I remember Lin Shaye was back. So it was a prequel to Insidious. Aside from that, I don't remember very much at all. Ooh. Next up here, we have got Terminator Genisys. This was a July 5th at 1:35 p.m. Matinee. I went kind of easy on Terminator Genisys in my review of it. And, honestly, I don't think it's a horrible movie, but I don't think you can put it anywhere in the same ballpark with the first two Terminator films. I had problems with it, but for the most part, I went in, I shut my brain off, I let the thing wash over me, and I think my expectations were so low because the trailers for the film just looked awful. So my expectations, I think, were just so low that, as long as it was in focus, the film was in focus, I was going to be like, not bad. So I do recall going a little easy on it in my review, but at the same time, honestly, I didn't really have too many problems with it because I didn't expect very much out of it. And some of the bigger problems with it, I could kind of, sidestep around. But yeah, Terminator Genisys. And we got 2 more Terminator films to look forward to. Yeah. All right, next up we have got Gift, The Gift. Did a review for this movie as well, August 20th, 4:25 p.m. Really surprisingly good film. Really enjoyed this movie. Love the performances in it. I think it's Jason Bateman's best performance. Really nice little, psychological thriller, mystery kind of film. Really surprised me. Really well done. If you haven't seen The Gift, go check it out. I did a review of the film. Go check that review out. But yeah, I really liked The Gift. I think if I did a top... I don't know if it'd make it into my top 5, but it'd definitely be in my top 10 for sure of 2015, The Gift. Probably be my top 5. No. Getting down to the nitty gritty here. Actually, I did. Okay, actually, I did get a movie ticket for Star Wars, December 23rd at 1:30. So we'll count that one as one of the tickets. This is the other ticket for Star Wars The Force Awakens. So I did get an actual physical ticket at one point for Star Wars The Force Awakens. So cool. Yeah. I said it all. I really liked Star Wars The Force Awakens. I saw it twice. It's the only movie I saw theatrically in 2015 twice. And I think, is this the last one? Nope, 2. Got 2 left. 2 left. Jurassic World. This was a Friday, 1:40 p.m., 6/26/15. Thought the movie was okay. It was okay. Jurassic World was okay. Now keep in mind, I'm not the biggest Jurassic Park fan. I liked the first and I thought it was okay. Didn't blow me away, didn't blow my mind. Didn't go crazy over it. I think I've seen bits and pieces of the other sequels on TV. And Jurassic World was okay, just really kind of bland to me, to be honest, but it's okay. And last but not least, what do we got here? The Avengers Age of Ultron, 5/6/15 at 5:30 p.m. I liked this one better than the original. I think most of that's because of James Spader playing Ultron, or being the voice of Ultron, I should say. And I thought it did something interesting in which it kind of... It started what I think is going to come in the next Avengers film, which is sort of the Avengers being torn apart at the seams and, fighting each other and stuff like that. I liked it a lot. I'm not the biggest mark for, the Disney Marvel superhero films. But this, it wasn't bad. I enjoyed it. I had a good time watching it. I was thoroughly entertained. Like I said, I liked it better than the original, but honestly, I really don't remember a whole lot about the original at this point, and I really don't remember a whole lot about this film at this point either. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. The mug is empty. That was my 2015 At the Movies special. If you guys saw any of those movies, please let me know what you thought of them in the comment section. Tell me what your favorite film or films of 2015 were. Tell me what your least favorite films of 2015 were in the comments section below. As always, thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys all the best at the movies in 2016. And yeah, take care. Until next time, peace.